Hello Aries, happy September. Welcome to your September general horoscope reading with moi. So drop me a comment below. Of course, just share your feelings, share what's going on. How was Leo season? How was August for you? So just share away while I shuffle and we wait for your cards to pop out or until I draw them. I'm not entirely sure yet. As always, I'm working more and more within the moment and kind of going with my own gut feeling in the moment. And Aries, you're very good at that as well because you're a fire sign and you have some very quick-witted psychic energy about you. You do. Even if you don't truly know it, Aries, you have some quick-witted psychic vision about you. So anyways, I don't know where that came from, but bada bing, bada bomb, there it is. So, whoop! Okay, your first card just flew out down here. So, bam! We are getting ready to just go with it. So September, Aries, is a busy month in the sky. I mean, like here, look at my notes. I mean, seriously, there's a ton of astrology going on here. Ton of planets moving in and out, like different aspects coming about. Like most of them though, September feels really good, ultimately. I mean, September feels really good. We've wrapped up the eclipses. We had the last eclipse in August with that new moon in Leo. And so we're really gearing up for harvest season. Because, you know, September is also when the fall equinox is. And the fall equinox happens on the 22nd of September. So that's a power day. It's a turning point. It's the start of Libra season as well, which is your polar opposite, Aries. And let me tell you, for you, especially towards the last couple of weeks of September, I can already tell you your relationships and intimate partnerships are being lit up. Being lit up. What needs to be adjusted there? Perhaps some new relationships, new connections are making their way in. Some connections from the past. I can't wait to show you the cards that have already popped out here. But anyways, I'm going to mostly talk about here in this general reading about the highlights in the astrology. And I'll talk a little bit more about some of the details with the astrology and some other really cool aspects going on in the extended reading, which that link will be below, of course. So you have a full moon in your sign here in September. September 24th, there'll be the full moon in Aries. And so, you know, that energy can be, it can sometimes feel like a lot, like a little bit much, you know, when you do have all of those feelings and all that luminary energy just pop up in your sign like that. But it's bringing you such beautiful, wild, and inspirational and enlightened messages. Truly. You know, full moons bring things to our full awareness. The light is all there for everyone to see. The light is showing. So anything that you might have felt unclear about, confused about, waiting for the next step or something or someone to present themselves to you. Well, that full moon in Aries is it's going to be giving you a bunch of clarity and bringing something full circle for a lot of you Aries, bringing something to a real result or completion. So that's awesome. So that's your full moon, and we do have the new moon backtracking a little bit here. We have the new moon in Virgo on the 9th. We are going to be in Virgo season most of September. So Virgo's an earth sign. You know, this is going to be very grounding energy and a good time to get in touch with the earth. And even your health and some of your daily sort of habits and routines. Looking at how that's affecting your overall well-being and life, just how you're functioning. So also with that new moon on the 9th, we have Scorpio, or Venus, moving into the sign of Scorpio. So it'll be very, you know, a lot of water and earth energy. And so, whoop! Oh my goodness. I like what I see so far here, Aries. I feel like for you, it's important to just let the cards pop out here. So that's what I'm doing. Also, very notable, like really, there can be a lot of financial rewards and breakthroughs and just a lot of positive energy on September 11th. Okay, we're in an 11 universal year, so I guess it's not really surprising because a lot of important astrological events have been happening on the 11th this year. And on the 11th, the sun will be sextiling Jupiter, and the sun will also be trining Pluto. So like I said, financial windfalls, breakthroughs, changes of your worth or even self-worth, flow, there'll just be an easier sense of flow to those kinds of changes and less resistance is what I wrote down in my notes down here. You know, with eclipse season, with such big transformative things happening and a lot of change is being asked of us during, get like a mess of cards here. A lot is being asked of us to change with eclipse season. We sometimes can cause more resistance for ourselves, especially when there's a lot of retrograde planets, and there was. Your planet Mars was retrograde, Mercury started retrograde, and what else is retrograde? You know, there's a lot of retrograde energy too, and so that can also cause a bit more resistance. And so this is going to feel really good on the 11th. Pay attention to that day. I mean, that for all of us as a whole, you know, less resistance, things flow more easily, especially in the way of those things that I mentioned. So yay! And then on the 15th and 16th, which I believe is a weekend, on the 15th and 16th, we have a lot of Mercury energy going on. Mercury trining Pluto, and then Mercury trining Jupiter. So we're kind of seeing this theme of these combinations. And there's a lot of Mercury energy with the sun aspecting things, especially this month. So very beautiful benefic planets showing up and making some beautiful aspects in the sky for us. So anyways, with the 15th and 16th, what I noted here for us and for you is that there may be more big inspirations that come to you that inspire you to write more or to speak your story, speak your truth more. And there's a really, again, you know, this month there's very positive evolvement whenever you act and do these things. So your spiritual awareness, your spiritual communication, you know, communication with the spirit world, you know, with God, with spirit, with the universe, however you phrase it and look at it. Spiritual just insights and enlightenment are really heightened during this time, the 15th and the 16th as well. So just really powerful time. And then on the 20th, We have the sun, which will be conjuncting, which is a very powerful aspect in astrology. Your last card just popped out. The sun will be conjunct Mercury. So words, I feel like with this energy, like words can really turn into gold. You can really use your words in a powerful, strong way to create golden opportunity, golden chances for yourself. Really light something up. You can really light something or someone up with your words on this day. So, without further ado, Aries, down we go. Your cards wanted to take their time, but that's okay. The wait is over. All right. And Aries, I'm going to go ahead and draw a few rune stones as well, just for added clarity. We're going to cast them over this reading. Okay, I feel like 3 rune stones. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to shake these. All right. So Aries, right off the bat, we have a focus here with the 6 of Cups and then the 8 of Cups, where it looks like someone from your past and recent past, you or them has walked away from the other person. You know, y'all have separated, you've distanced yourself. And for a lot of you, you know, this distance has been good. You've needed to distance yourselves to recalibrate, to rethink how your words and actions affect the relationship. But there's that relationship, someone from the past here is coming back in for you, Aries. I feel like that message is really strong. There's some sort of like, there's a compassionate sense of help coming to you from them. And I see an apology being extended here, Aries. An apology that is really uniting you, with Manaz showing up down here sandwiched between these cards too. I feel like that's exactly what it is. So let's talk back up here face to face. So at the bottom of your reading, you have strength here. So this could have been a Leo for some of you, Aries, reconnecting with a Leo. Or simply, I'm getting to the energy of this card is tempering some of those behaviors and words. Perhaps there was a fight, you know, and that's why you had to distance yourself from each other. Passions were high, and you had to walk away. You had to distance yourself. And now is the time to, this month in September, to exercise forgiveness. Make that apology or accept that apology from them. And there's a big feeling here that I'm getting a message of you find your strength and your heart and this sense of help coming in for you again that rejuvenates you through this apology, through the power of forgiving and then just making amends with each other. And that's exactly what I see you doing with someone here from the past. It's very important for a lot of you. Regardless, there is a connection that is coming in here to bring you some beautiful, powerful aid. And there's something very synchronistic about this event, because here next we have showing up the World. So Aries, this is one of my favorite cards. I mean, the World, it's about the full culmination of things, reaching that point of paradise with the other person, reaching that point of peace and ultimate contentment. So there's a feeling of, like, especially I really intuitively get closer towards the end of the month around your full moon. Around your full moon, we'll talk a little bit more about the astrology. I'm running out of time here, but we'll talk more in depth about the dates and the astrology in the extended reading. But around your full moon especially, a lot of this is showing up. And some things and manifestations you've been waiting for, that you have been waiting for them to get to their full potential, or waiting for that relationship to get to, you know, that full potential, a potential where you can truly reconnect in all harmony and all peace with the other person. And right underneath the World, you have Sigil. Sigil is one of the three runes of great success and victory. And so this is gorgeous. I'm showing a lot of you Aries, I mean, a lot of you, this is ringing as, you know, these are a personal relationship or personal relationships that are kind of the driving force behind this. But this really can relate to your creativity as well. If you look at the major arcana together here, Strength in the World, this is very creative energy, and creative energy that is seeing fulfillment. You seeing fulfillment with what you've been working on, Aries. Something else here in September is coming to completion for you, is coming to that ripe picking, you know, picking the ripe fruit. Yay! So that's awesome. And okay, so now let's talk. At the top of the reading here, it's really kind of random. You have the Five of Pentacles. So what I'm getting, because you have Uras, the rune Uras, sitting right underneath the Five of Pentacles, okay? And it's upright. And so I feel like a lot of you Aries, you might get this feeling of overwhelm, especially towards the end of the month, where I'm getting that a lot of you might be experiencing some strong feelings of doubt, of whether or not you can trust this development, this rekindling of the relationship, and this, you know, all these beautiful ripe pickings coming into the picture for you. There's a questioning of trusting those good things, those positive flow of things coming to you. And I understand, you know, when you are feeling the weight, and you felt the weight of struggle for so long, and you've kind of been in the midst of something so tense or stressful for so long, it's hard to believe that suddenly, you know, all these good things start coming in, things start turning in your favor, that it's going to stick around. You know, that it's really meant to be, that it's not somehow going to bite you in the ass, you know. But you can trust, you know, with Uras showing up here, upright, and then you have the Strength card down below. It's all about trusting the foundation of things and what is coming in, because there are some very strong feelings and I'm sensing that there's some very strong masculine energy surrounding you, Aries, this month in September. So pay attention to male figures in your life, especially. Okay, so, you know, for a lot of you females, you know, this is connecting with another male who's right for you. This also could just be someone who's bringing in that sense of wonder or inspiration and advice to you that causes this beautiful turnaround of events. And you can trust it. You can trust it. Now, you know, with this Five of Pentacles showing up, this is just, once again, I feel like a fear of getting back into the struggle, into those feelings of loss, into those feelings of you're not enough. And Aries, you are. You are. You don't realize your feeling state, what you allow yourself to feel, what you allow yourself to speak out loud, is within your power. Uras is such a powerful masculine rune. You have the power to create the change you want. And it's through action this month. You have some very action-oriented runes. So, get to acting, Aries. Get to acting. But seriously, make that connection. Take the initiative this month, especially with that other person and someone from your recent past. If there's some unfinished business, now's the time in September. You are being asked. Now's the time to deal with the unfinished business. And when you do that, just the reward you get is so beautiful. The world completely trumps this energy. Completely. It's major arcana, baby. It's major arcana. But for you, Aries, I'm going to go ahead and draw one more card. We're going to shuffle. And I'm going to just draw one more for that Five of Pentacles, because I do feel like, for your sake, I really want to get some extra clarity. So here we go. One more card. Oh, wow. Okay, wow. Look. Dang, Wheel of Fortune. Okay. This could look really contradictory and confusing, especially to a very new reader. So what this is saying with the Wheel of Fortune here, do you see the circular energy pattern here? The wealth energy illuminating from these major arcana cards. Do you see it? Okay. Nothing lasts forever, Aries. That is what the Wheel of Fortune is saying here. These feelings of stress and of struggle, especially when it comes to your place in the world, recent past events, and money. The stress and struggle is not going to last. It won't last forever. It will not. That is what the Wheel of Fortune is saying here. It's wrapping up, and new fortune is coming in. And it really all depends, Uras, on your state of motivation and drive. You have it within you. And you're getting like that extra boom, sort of illumination and push with the full moon that happens in your sign. So yay! All right, so now in the extended reading, Aries, I'm going to draw and lay out 3 animal spirit cards, so you get to pick 1, 2, or 3, your own spirit animal guide for the month. And so that'll just give you a little extra enlightenment. And your animal spirit is your guardian. It's your symbol of affirmation for the month. So I'll get you that. You get to pick that in the extended reading. And then we'll go over a little bit more of the astrology and some other aspects happening as well. So thank you so much, Aries, for all of your support. You know, my channel with me, the intuitive work that I do here. Thank you so much. You know, your likes, your shares, subscribing to my channel, all of it makes such a humongous difference and really empowers me. And so I hope that I return that favor to you, and that you take, you know, the bits of information here that resonate and really use it to the best of your benefit this month, which you will. You will. So anyways, once again, thank you. If you do want to follow me for just more tips, information, all that jazz, energy work, you know, follow me on my Instagram. I post fun stuff on there all the time at joshua.lionlight. And yeah, it's another way to connect with me. And also, if you want to do a personal reading with me, information will be below. Email, the link for the extended reading, all of that you can access in the descriptions box, all right? So ta-ta for now, Aries. Have a fantastic month.